has taken on them, and they are going to give them money to stock the ponds and feed them.
Established in 2022, the Bukedi Presidential Initiative Industrial Hub has ensured compliance towards a presidential directive on wetland restoration.
And in more news, Makerere University student leaders have been urged to embrace a spirit of peace and security to achieve their academic goals. This call was made by Chizito Lawrence, the Deputy Principal of the College of Engineering, Design, Art and Technology, during a security induction training at Makerere University under the theme Nurturing Leaders in Engineering, Design, Art and Technology through Education, Research and Innovation. These are some of the highlights.
Here, and our duty is to serve the students' interests. Not serve the students' interests by causing chaos. It is not going to help you.
A liability, especially for African countries. And my approach to that question is dependent upon us, the young people, to define what we want to be within this debate itself.
That is where we are supposed to come in. We are supposed to bridge these gaps between the people that would want to pass on this information and the people that are supposed to receive this information. So it's what I would say is we really have, as leaders, really have to find ways of bridging that gap, allowing people out there to come and talk to people, get questions, because you as a person, you may not be able to exhaust all the questions from the students, but if you have such a group of people, different people will ask the questions and will get the answers that they need.
The program of the MAC Research and Innovation Fund, that program has provision for funding for student projects. Now, this is information that may not be so much out there to all the students.
Residents of Busia municipality have expressed joy and gratitude following the construction of a health facility at Sophia Border Point funded by the government through the Ministry of Health. They praised the facility for bridging critical maternal, child and mental health gaps closer to the community, noting that it will reduce preventable deaths and restore hope for improved well-being. More details in this report.
For years, the people of Busia municipality endured hardship as the nearest health facility, Busia Health Center 4, known as Red Cross, was inadequate, especially for young mothers seeking safe deliveries and antenatal care. The new health facility within their community marks a turning point.
agande ojja ku Red Cross line ningi ebiseera ebindi bakobera ati dagala lizirawo akuwandikira wabeeyo watyama wamala wayira waka aye tweyanza nti idwaliro litutuuseeku okumpi tweyanzira irala
gavumenti twebaza okututeekera edwaliro kumpi wano era yakibulamu ga ndowooza nga ddagala lyensaba gavumenti etuteekeremu n'ebirala ebyuma by'okukebera bino ebimu ndaba nga tebirimu naye era tusaba gavumenti etuteekeremu.
Hospital in charge Dr. Idro Basil thanked government for the initiative but requested more drugs, citing the high number of patients, including some from Kenya.
The other issue there is not all the medicines that are supposed to be brought are delivered. And NMS tells you we are lacking this, we are lacking the other. For example, we do not have any heuristics. We cannot do biochemistry for urine. We are only able to do a microscopy, which is not a complete form of urinalysis. And that is something we need to. We keep referring our patients to go to private, and we know the challenges of private practice. It has a lot of other issues. The issue of quality remains key.
But here also I've been going going across there to to the hospital in the other side, in Kenya side. So those who have been going there, they will, in fact, most of them will remain here.
Additionally, the municipality has benefited from government programs such as USMID, now USMID, PDM, a multi-billion shilling Majanji water project, rehabilitation and construction of schools, a main market, a value addition plant, and the ongoing municipal administration block. Busia Municipal Town Clerk Katunda Mukulu said the municipality is progressing well, despite challenges such as garbage management, traffic congestion along Busia Custom Road, and floods that have caused fatalities.
What we are going to do after here is that, for example, we are starting with garbage. We have decided that we council made a resolution that garbage be privatized, because we are seeing that people of Busia have become, should I say, not easy to manage the Kasasoro. Maybe if we give the hand of the private operator, you go, generate your Kasasoro, it is picked and you pay. So that maybe we can minimize, and when it pinches their pockets, the community can realize that it is easy to manage Kasasoro at household level.
And in more rather unfortunate news, the Masaka Traffic Police, together with the regional traffic officer and the RPC Masaka region, are investigating a road accident along Luengo Kampala Highway involving Major General Sabiti Muzee's along the Luengo Kampala Highway involving Major General Sabiti Muzee's Land Cruiser V8 and Fuso truck carrying cattle registration UBP 982L. The accident occurred as Major General Sabiti was returning to Mbarara from Zimbabwe, where he had attended a giveaway ceremony for the president's daughter. Greater Masaka Police spokesperson Tua Hakasirie confirmed this on phone, and that Major General Sabiti is stable and responding well to treatment after being airlifted to Nakasero Hospital. His wife is also receiving treatment. And by press time, the UPDF had not issued a formal statement as investigations into the cause of the accident continue.
Police yaffe y'ebidduka mu Zimbabwe district ng'ekolaganira wamu ne regional traffic officer okunokosa ne RPC wa Masaka West Region babakanye n'omulimu gw'okunoonyereza ku kabenje akabaddewo olunaku olw'eggulo, nga kano akabenje kabadde ku kyalo ekimanyiddwa nga Kabango, nga kino kiri ku Zimbabwe Gomba Road, nga mu kabenje kano mubaddemu emmotoka bbiri okuli ey'amagye Land Cruiser V8 ng'eno ebadde etambulirwamu afande Major General Sabiti Muzeeyi saako ne mukyala we Esther Sabit, nga bano bavudde bava ku sayidi ey'Egomba nga bajja mu Zimbabwe district. Wabula bwe batuuse ku Kabango oba ku kyalo ekimanyiddwa nga Kabango mu koona, eno Land Cruiser n'ebeera ng'etomerwako emmotoka Fuso UBP 982L, bwetyo n'ebeera nga eva ku kkubo, era akabenje kano ne kabeera nga kabeerawo. Emmotoka eno ebadde evugibwa ddereeva atanategeerekeka, nayo epaakingiddwa ku poliisi yaffe Zimbabwe, saako n'eno emmotoka ebadde etambulira mu mukama waffe Major General Sabiti Muzeeyi, nayo netwalibwa ku poliisi y'emu. Afande Sabiti Muzeeyi saako mukyala we ne baddusibwa mu ddwaliro e Zimbabwe erimanyiddwa ng'erya Gumaguma okusobola okuba nga bafuna ku bujjanjabi obusaamusaamu, naye ne kizuulibwa nti tebafunye buvune bwa maanyi era bali mu mbeera nnungi, okuggyako nti Afande Sabiti abadde awuliramuko campaign oba obulumi mu mukono gwe. Ate oluvannyuma communication zikoleddwa era afande ne mukyala we ne babeera nga banoonebwa ennyonyi, nabeera nga batwalibwa e Kampala babeere nga bafuna obujjanjabi obusingawo. Naye ng'okunoonyereza kukyagenda mu maaso ku kiddala ekiviiriddeko accident eno.
Quite unfortunate, and we do pray for the quick recovery of the Major General and his wife. Roadside market vendors in Luwero district have been urged to ensure that they work towards stabilizing their households' income and creating wealth. Princess Nasolo made these remarks as she led the team from State House to deliver President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's business booster package to the vendors in Balichejusa Market, Luwero. Let's take a look.
Wakazi Road District ate era chairperson wakatale Balichejusa ntwala mukisanga okwebaza President Museveni olw'omulimu guno gwatukoledde mu butuufu tubadde tufa obwavu eno mu bitundu byaffe gye tuwangalira naye akasente muzeeyi katuweereza akatonotono kano tugenda kagata bizinesi yaffe tubeere nga twekulaakulanya ate era tuve mu bwavu. Abamu ku ffe tuli balunzi ba nkoko tugenda gula emmere y'enkoko tugattemu, abamu ku ffe tuli balimi b'ennaanansi tugenda gula ebijimusa tuteeke mu nnimiro zaffe ate soba ofuna ebikisingawo ku kino eno. Twagala kwebaza nnyo gavumenti yaffe ya Uganda, gavumenti yaffe ya NRM olw'omulimu gwekoze okulabika nga ejja bannansi mu bwavu.
Tulina essanyu lingi nnyo wano mu Luweero Balichejusa. Tuli basanyufu nnyo muzeeyi waffe atuwadde mbi tongere mu bizinensi yaffe era tusiimye muzeeyi tusiimidde ddala tuli wamu naawe NRM ebeererewo ddala.
Akasente kano ngenda kasuubulamu nyongereko ku kapito wange gwe mbadde nnina omutontono. Amannya agange nze Namugenyi Sandra. Ndi musanyufu nnyo olwa NRM okujja akatale kaffe ak'okubalikyejjusa okutuwa ku ssente. Museveni abeewo era tumwagala paka.
Amannya Simwa Nelson munamole wa katale anze ndi musanyufu nnyo olwa muzeeyi okutuddiza era ffe bolaba waneeno ku muzeeyi nali tubanja yagala bisanja bimeka
twebaza jjajja olw'enkulaakulana gy'atwalidde yayongedde mu bizinesi. Bannange nze ngenda suubula watermelon nnyongeremu zino zindetera piisa 5. Jjajja weebalire ddala.
In a move to improve healthcare delivery and decongest urban facilities, the China-Uganda Friendship Hospital, commonly known as Naguru Hospital, has held its first ever community stakeholder engagement forum. The event brought together area leaders, hospital staff, management, and VHTs.
Representing the Ministry of Health, Permanent Secretary Dr. Diana Atwine announced plans to elevate Kampala's major health center FOS to full hospital status, a crucial move to combat chronic overcrowding.
We are committed even to make sure that even other divisions like Rubaga that doesn't have a hospital there. Chisenyi to be a hospital. Chiswa, it should be a hospital for Nakawa, for Kampala. And we have a bigger facility. Komamboga.
She also noted progress in reducing medicine stockouts, crediting the National Health Digitization Strategy for improving drug tracking and distribution.
We must digitize, everybody must be captured in the computer, and that way it has helped us really to cut down on stockouts.
The Permanent Secretary did not hold back.
Don't make yourself a shop.
Condemning unethical conduct by some medical practitioners who extort patients.
Extortion is a gross offense. We have put it there, gross offense. The penalty is dismissal, straight away.
She urged all professionals to model the integrity shown at Naguru Hospital.
By and large, there is a great improvement at Naguru Hospital in terms of general cleanliness and also in terms of customer care. And as the communications of the Ministry of Health, we hope that other health facilities will emulate these initiatives such that on a quarterly basis they have an interaction with the people they serve to know whether the services they are giving the people are up to their demands and needs.
This engagement was very important because usually as institutions we might be doing a lot of good things, but communities don't know what we do and what services we provide. And at the same time, they might have concerns, but they don't know which avenues to use to address those concerns.
Nakawa East MP and Shadow Minister for Kampala, Honorable Ronald Balimwezo, emphasized that 60% of illnesses stem from poor hygiene.
When you prevent diseases, you will have a productive community.
a community that will be able to sustain the economy of this country.
His solution is to shift from curative to preventive care.
If we dealt with the garbage management for starters, I think we shall have solved 40% or 60% of the challenges that we have in the hospitals.
Naguru Hospital's strength lies in its community connection, with village health teams active across all 23 parishes in Nakawa Division. Led by Taka Anet Obore, these teams act as the hospital's eyes and ears, relaying vital information and helping shape health responses on the ground.
We are requesting the government if they could add more funding to this hospital, such that the patients who come here, they don't pay for that fee.
Most of our services are free, but there are some services where people contribute a small fee.
As the health burden grows in Kampala, partnerships like these between hospitals, communities, and government are proving to be the most powerful medicine. Chris Buyondo, UBC.
The National Curriculum Development Center, NCDC,
led by officials.
The National Curriculum Development Center, NCDC, has tasked district leaders in eastern Uganda to support the implementation of teaching Swahili in primary schools. Speaking to education stakeholders in Mbale District, NCDC Director Dr. Grace Baguma noted that the language has faced implementation challenges due to negative attitudes, which has hindered its progress in Ugandan schools.
From the National Curriculum Development Center, educationists in eastern Uganda cited negative attitudes as a major limitation to the teaching of Swahili in primary schools.
Kiswahili was feared to be a language for wrongdoers, robbers, and threats, intimidation, and what have you.
Lugha ya Kiswahili pale awali katika nchi ya Uganda ilionekana ni kama lugha ya kimajazi ambayo ilitumiwa sana katika enzi zile za ukoloni na ilikuwa imeleta hofu sana katika wananchi wengi.
This mindset prompted National Curriculum Development Center to retool teachers in the region on how best they can effectively implement Swahili teaching.
We are trying to refresh them, to realign them, to make sure that at the time of the implementation, they are very good in terms of the skills, and right now we are emphasizing the 21st century skills, the 21st century pedagogies, to make sure that this teacher is very well grounded in terms of methods, is very well grounded in terms of the skills.
During a workshop held at St. John Bosco Primary Teachers College, Nyondo, Dr. Grace Baguma, the National Curriculum Development Center Director, called on district leaders to support education officers in implementing Swahili teaching in their districts.
District leadership must dive into this, the support, because without leadership we will not get much. So I want to implore the district leaders to make sure that they support the implementation, they support the teachers, they guide the teachers.
A senior curriculum specialist in primary education and the head of Kiswahili at the National Curriculum Development Center, Dr. Arnaitwe Perpetua, says that Swahili is an international language that requires special attention from the Ministry of Education.
We emphasize the skills every time we have that kind of a training. Swahili is an international language. There are so many policies that allude to that, and there are the policies that actually bind us, even when we are doing this kind of training.
Officials from the National Curriculum Development Center believe Ugandans stand to benefit from the East African community if Swahili is fully implemented in schools across the country.
More than 5,000 residents in Karugutu and Nombe sub-counties in Toroko district have expressed joy over the commissioning of a gravity water scheme worth 1.2 billion shillings funded by the Ministry of Local Government in partnership with the Islamic Development Bank. Local leaders and community members from Karugutu and Nombe sub-counties who had long suffered severe shortages of clean water applauded the funders for saving them from water scarcity long distances and high costs.
The Minister of State for Local Government, Victoria Businge Rusoke, who commissioned the Nyakotoko 3-year gravity water system worth shillings 1.2 billion at Wanka Galiraya Trading Center in Nombe Parish, cautioned residents against vandalizing water infrastructure, saying that government is committed to providing services closer to the people.
People of a certain area called Kisege were cutting the pipes, protesting why they have not yet received water. So as leaders, we should give hope to where the projects have not yet reached, to be patient.
Ntoroko District Woman MP Mary Anna Tumwine said the scheme will serve over 5,000 people in Karugutu and Nombe sub-counties, especially at Kisege Trading Center, where a jerrycan of water previously sold at 2,000 shillings. The district chairperson, Williams Kasoro, urged residents to protect the water sources. He thanked the LEGS program under the Ministry of Local Government and the Islamic Development Bank for funding the project, which will serve over 50 villages in Nombe and Karugutu.
We are performing very well in manifesto in this region. So now, for this water project, Honorable Minister and all of you distinguished leaders, around 2018 and 19, HE the President Museveni, akaha amaizi aga gravity, the Kanara producing water supply system, ojengo bikwate kuruli.
The leader of Daystar International Ministries in Mbarara, Bishop Nassan Ibrahim Turiamureva, has discussed that Uganda as a country could be sick because of conflicting politics generated in the concluded primaries elections that needs healing as treatment from the Almighty God. This was at the ongoing 4 days Mbarara Pentecostal Unity Crusade at Boma in Mbarara City. Let's take a look.
Daystar International Ministries Mbarara, Bishop Nassan Ibrahim Turiamureva has disclosed that conflicting politics generated in the concluded primaries needs healing as treatment from the Almighty God. This was during the ongoing Mbarara Pentecostals Unity Crusade at Boma in Mbarara City, witnessed by Apostle of Holy Spirit Fire Church, Wile Tumwine, among others.
Would rest upon this nation. Would rest upon these people. And that great things would come to pass.
No one is here. Some time ago it wasn't here. And the one who when he gave it to us, some people took it for granted. In yourself, you believe God is alive. You believe that Jesus was buried, and here we get it all.
Turiamureva explained that they prayed for peace, unity, and harmony to ensure people reconcile and reunite.
Obururu buhire mbwa kamyufu abantu binyi bateranye n'ebikonde amengo obururu batubabwibire n'abanyamukago bayangana hate ki crusade izira hagati y'abantu emitima erwire bino obusasi bangangire.
He said Ugandans want peaceful voting and peaceful transition of leadership at all levels.
Twende kitera neki nico tukweta aba politician bona bize rohanga kise emitima yabo bagira obusingi. Kana abantu abona kuramba taumuka batabine mind yo kundi hangali yabo okutero bururu chuma sakwaukana kana yo muntu ko mu kibina cyari kwena chuma sangu n'umuzigo wa mugenzi we nabo wa movement yo kabo wa nupo we kindi tusemeye kuba tuya abanyazigwa turi kwangangana eji ni Uganda yetu tukagisangaho kandi tuzakureka tugisigeho n'abarasigareho bari yakisigaho.
In a special message addressed to President Yoweri Museveni, Bishop Nassan Ibrahim Turiamureva, together with the believers, requested His Excellency to release all political prisoners.
Coffee processors in Mitoma have decried impassable roads that hinder transport to Kampala and export markets. More details in this report.
Current situation at Rubanga Coffee Cooperative located in Kabira Sub-County, Mitoma District. This cooperative operates a coffee processing factory and at the same time holding store for all coffees produced by all the farmers in the district. Unfortunately, after processing, transportation of these coffee bags to Kampala and other export destinations remain a big challenge due to impassable roads.
So we have lots of coffees stocked in our stores simply because the trucks or the trailers cannot actually access our factory because of the poor road network.
Rubanga Coffee Cooperative is located just 11 kilometers from Mitoma town where tarmac stops. James Muhanji, the general manager for this cooperative, says trucks decline to move direct to the factory in fear of getting stuck along the way or breakdown. As a result, this trend calls for the usage of small trucks to ferry coffee to Mitoma town for loading, something he deemed to be expensive for them.
So you will find that for every 3 metric ton truck, loading it, offloading it, and also the fuel that you incur to deliver that 3 metric ton truck is about 450,000 shillings. So if you ferry 10 3 metric ton trucks to fill a 30 metric ton container, you are actually incurring 4.5 million on just a distance of 11 kilometers. Whereas a truck that actually ferries the same tonnage of coffee to Kampala would charge you about 3.8 million. So you can see we are spending a lot of money on a short distance, and of course this money is charged to the farmer who should actually be taking it as a profit.
At the factory is this truck which has been grounded after it attempted to pass through this road. Its driver, Kabale Moses, regrets this incident considering the huge cost to repair his truck. This road is a central government facility that connects districts of Shema, Mitoma and Rukungiri. While several government officials have visited this road and promised to make it motorable, this is yet to be done.
Of course, we are commemorating the 40th anniversary, at the same time holding and hosting the first ever coffee business forum in the Mitoma district, and where we have invited the President of Uganda to be our chief guest, and hopefully we can request him to give a directive on this road that runs from Kabwohe up to Rukungiri.
Ugandans have been urged to unite in efforts to curb mental illnesses and their effects. This call was made by Dr. Mujuni Vincent, Executive Director of Strong Minds Uganda, during a joint mental health campaign at City High School in Kololo.
Let us help you to travel the world.
The Executive Director of Strong Minds Uganda, Dr. Mujuni Vincent, says depression affects many Ugandans, with daily stressors contributing to long-term mental illness.
When you feel the first symptoms that connect or help you to realize that your well-being mentally is not okay, the call I make to you is do not take a second chance thinking about it. Seek help as early as you can.
The first care recovery, Dr. Paul Eshenya Onwe, adds that anxiety alongside depression worsens mental health as people struggle with daily pressures.
Most of the time, people with this kind of problem don't believe, they don't accept that they have a problem. So they actually think that people around them are the ones with the problem. We've participated in this football gala our team is playing. We participated because indeed we need to showcase mental health to the world, mental health to Uganda and across the globe.
Dr. Okwi Ronald, TPO, notes that brain trauma contributes to mental disorders affecting overall mental stability and calls on government intervention.
Things that you can do as an individual is maintain your physical health, which is a key part of what we are stressing at today's event. Whatever it is, do something physical, because you'll be taking a big step towards improving your mental health.
I want to appeal, especially the Minister of Health, that at least increase funding for mental health. Currently, mental health is funded to a tune of less than 1% of the entire budget for the Ministry of Health.
Other stakeholders, led by Nakato Nusura, the coordinator of Grey Mind Empowerment Initiative, shared an insight on mental health mobilization.
So we call upon other partners on the next year's edition to come and participate, stakeholders, community. It's actually open to the general public because mental health doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone.
The leading causes of mental illness is substance abuse, the use of alcohol and drugs.
I appeal to Ugandans. There are a lot of organizations that are handling mental health. Like our organization, you can go to our website, you can reach out to us, blossomsoffoundation.org. We can get you experts to get you through the mental issues you have.
We're encouraging people to participate in such galas because they help you boost your mind and help you to be in a better place of your mental health. For mental health, let us help you to travel the world.
Minister Betty Amongi urged older persons in Lira City to utilize sub-county committees addressing underage registration to access the social assistance grant for the elderly. Let's take a look.
In Lira City, over 900 older persons have already been enrolled under the SAGE program. The monthly stipend disbursed every 3 months has become a lifeline for many of the beneficiaries.
In fact, it helped me to buy masungwa and even eating malakwang, for even buying soap to wash my clothes.
However, most beneficiaries say the grant is strained by overwhelming family responsibilities, with the most of them caring for abandoned grandchildren and orphans.
The value of money has depreciated. Meat is now 25 or even 20. But those days when this budget came, the meat was 6,000. You can see the difference.
During the visit, Minister Betty Amongi issued a directive that all elderly persons previously declared underaged for SAGE should be enrolled immediately. She announced that a committee has been set at sub-county level to correct beneficiary details
and ensure that they work with religious institutions and other entities to clarify on the right age so that NIRA is able to correct the names and also correct the age.
She also announced that plans are underway to provide medical insurance for elders and gazette special areas at the facilities to handle them.
And we took a paper to Cabinet which was adopted to ensure that as much as possible we should support and give health insurance for all the older persons. So they should be given a special area in hospital and a special doctor that will be able to treat them immediately they go to the hospital.
So far, over 60 billion shillings has been disbursed under SAGE in the Lango sub-region.
Country right now we are paying about 310,000 people. We pay after 3 months. So they get 75,000 throughout the country, every parish, every village.
With enrollment of new beneficiaries ongoing, government says the program will continue to expand. Ediulwa, UBC.
And in more news, the Embassy of the Netherlands through IFDC and Agriterra in partnership with MIFE, local governments and private sector players are supporting sustainable agriculture in Kabale.
Miliyoni 30 okureba ngo nayombeka aha n'ebyo kitimba byona birimo n'ibitaining horo n'ngeno ebyo na konkezi zitali mwezi screen house z'ekivera aho mpaho niho ogwe 2014 nibwo banyombekere screen house.
And one of the challenges is to get the quality agro input. Mr. Biarugaba has explained to us that with better quality agro input, your production, your yield is much more. And that means you're getting more money. The more the production, the more the what? The income. So we are working with people like Mr. Biarugaba. We are empowering him. You've heard, we helped him establish the screen house for the potatoes. We have helped him with trainings that he needs, and we have helped with his irrigation system. Now, Mr. Biarugaba here produces seed potato that is distributed to the farmers here and also all over Uganda and in our neighboring countries like Rwanda.
Baza kulimeza mu mufunzo noza kushanga nabwo ebe yagome ryasasha nakurinda kulisa.
State Minister Peace Mutuzo commended BRAC Uganda for improving refugee and host community livelihoods through a 3-year early childhood and graduation project. UBC has more details.
In culture, Peace Mutuzo has urged the refugees and host communities to consolidate the benefits of the project and focus on self-reliance.
The European Union and other agencies are beginning to pull out. So the idea of self-reliance is very critical. Red Cross, which used to give money for disaster and all that, is beginning to pull out. So we have to now learn how to survive on our own as government, even as individuals, learn how to survive on our own.
The 3-year early childhood and graduation project benefited over 600 people and focuses on education of children and livelihood support to better the lives of refugees and host communities.
Where change needs to happen. So we work with the communities directly to ensure that we are empowering the communities to drive their own development. So we commit this over the many coming years.
To build capacity, especially in areas of ECD, but also we're able to support them through our immersion visits or graduation, for them to understand what does graduation mean and how can they pick a few skills and adopt them in their teacher programming. We're able to transition 1,100 learners as of January this year to primary schools.
Project beneficiaries, including among others Amude Joyce, a refugee from South Sudan, commended BRAC Uganda's efforts in improving the living standards of refugees.
They also did social empowerment. Those are things I can remember. Where they were, they empowered us in social protection. They gave us trainings on how to be healthy.
And we thank you for giving also employment to our people. ECD centers for Madiokor, I think we are around 410 people who are employed. And now when he exits, there is a fear that where will all this group go? But good enough, your training is very good. It is coaching people sustainability.
At the time of closure, the project had supported households to move towards sustainable livelihoods and strengthened community structures. Regana Homuza compiled this report for UBC.
Every 3rd of September, the world comes together to mark World Dyslexia Day, a day that is dedicated to raising awareness about one of the most common learning differences that affects millions across the world. Let's take a look.
In culture,
here in Uganda, several organizations working with children with special needs joined the rest of the world to commemorate the day. This year's national event took place in Gulu, northern Uganda, bringing together parents, educators, health experts, and children living with dyslexia.
There are very many people in Uganda who have dyslexia and who have absolutely no clue that they have dyslexia. And it's a very challenging situation because what you often see is that those very people, children, adults, can be any age, often get seen as lazy, as dull, very unintelligent, unmotivated. They can't complete their education, they can't learn to read and write, their future is gone.
Speakers at the gathering emphasized that persons with dyslexia are not disabled, but simply require special attention, encouragement, and tailored learning methods. They noted that with the right support, children with dyslexia can excel and even emerge as some of the best performers in their fields of interest.
What you need to remember is that dyslexia is completely unrelated to intelligence. It has nothing to do with how bright you are. It has nothing to do with how hardworking you are. Sometimes we even see people with dyslexia working 5 times as hard as everyone else who doesn't have dyslexia, purely because they do want to make it as well. So we see that they miss out on opportunities, and at the same time, the world misses out on them.
The commemoration also highlighted the need for awareness, early diagnosis, and inclusive education programs across schools in Uganda to ensure that no child is left behind because of a learning difference.
Chance, you have seen people making money from playing soccer, boxers, athletics, and so on. So parents are advised, what about home? Some of your parents, like me, have raised children with dyslexia. One, be patient with them. Don't add salt to an injury. Make it easy for them. Say, it is okay. Paul, I understand the struggles you're going through. I know you'll make it. Be positive.
As the world observes World Dyslexia Day, the message remains clear. Dyslexia is not a barrier, but a different way of learning, one that when nurtured can produce great achievers.
And in more news, the Rotaract E-Club of Uganda Global, together with partner clubs, extended a heart of service to children with disabilities at Ashraf Ability Center in Naguru, or rather Ashraf Ability Center, which is in Najembe, Buyika district. The initiative, which marked phase 1 of a multi-club project, combined environmental conservation through fruit tree planting, donation of basic needs, and medical camps, offering messages of therapy to the children.
Multinational group of companies that is focused on spreading the culture of health perseverance through our biotechnology and food supplements. So basically what we are doing today here is to showcase our therapies and their efficiency on different conditions of the kids that we have at the Ashraf Ability Center. So we have managed to work on a few, and of course we are getting some good feedback.
We are being visited by the Rotaract Club E-Global with its partners, and they have gifted the children at Ashraf Ability Center with a lot of day-to-day usable items. We have received pampers, we have received soap, we have received food, and we have received services like physiotherapy, eye checkups. We have received sensitization from a group from Lago Hospital.
We decided when we were looking for projects to do, and we zeroed down to this one. We got to find this one and we zeroed down to it because personally I am passionate about children, and because Rotary as a whole is we serve communities, and because Buyikwe as a district suffers water scarcity.
Uganda muli scandal. I call a night shift like a candle. He's stealing, and robbing, and your network he's destroying.
Vandalism is an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555. Step it.
Uganda's creative sectors, including architecture, music, gaming, design, film, and art, emphasize their role in GDP growth at a symposium that we were blessed to cover.
Uganda's creative sectors, including architecture, music, gaming, design, film, and art, emphasize their role in GDP growth at a symposium.
Culture is a source of economic growth of any society. Now, this is why Uganda chose to co-host this symposium with the Uganda Society of Architects to bridge culture with design, heritage with modernity, creativity with economics. Together, we want to demonstrate that it is about constructing national identity, build economic resilience, and designing a sustainable future.
The symposium highlighted the industry's contribution to sustainable development and culture's role in revenue generation.
If Uganda is able to harness the culture, the potential of these creative cultural industries, they are able to actually feed in a bigger portion of the economy through this. And it's a sector which creates massive amount of jobs in the sense that the multiplier effects are very high compared to any other industry. So any dollar spent in the cultural creative industries has the potential of creating more jobs than in any other sector.
The people who actually form and beautify spaces, beautify experiences that we get in spaces, that understand how to visualize concepts and bring them to life, those are huge economies. Those are huge contributors to money-making, serious money-making ventures.
The Uganda Society of Architects stressed recognizing creatives as key economic players. Pauline Iso Ongoyet, UBC.
And that brings us to the end of our lunchtime news this afternoon. Thank you for being a lovely audience. And we do compel you to check out La Vie Boutique for classy men's casual and leisure wear, located on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8 behind Bank of Uganda. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and have yourselves a lovely afternoon.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient